Welcome to 8 Weeks to a Better You. Week 4, we are focusing on mind, our control tower. Now that we have covered the basics of the mind and its incredible functionalities, along with the environmental factors that influence it, as promised, today we'll be diving deep into the mental environmental factors. You might be wondering, why dedicate an entire video to this? Stick with me for the next few minutes and you'll see exactly why. The mental environment plays a crucial role in influencing our thoughts, emotions, and overall well being. Just like physical surroundings, mental clutter or distractions can create stress, reduce focus, and hinder your personal growth. Below are some common mental environmental issues and effective hacks to address them. Overwhelm and mental clutter. The constant flood of thoughts, worries, and tasks can create mental clutter, leading to stress, anxiety, and difficulty focusing. I don't know, many of you may be like me, where especially when I'm trying to sleep, I get this constant huge list of to-do tasks, right, that we need to do the next day or this week, and then it doesn't let us sleep, right? Are there any more people like me? Okay, so what I found that works is take a few minutes and then write down all those tasks or worries or ideas or whatever it may be, right? Write it down, journal it, and then you feel your mind has calmed, right? You're clearing your mental slate, and this helps you relax and go to sleep. Another hack is to break down big tasks into smaller, manageable steps, especially if that is what is overwhelming you. Like, I have this big task to do, oh my god, how will I do it? Then break it down. This can make everything feel less overwhelming and help you focus on one small step at a time. Negative thought patterns. Constant negative thoughts, such as self doubt or pessimism, can drain your energy and make it hard to stay positive or productive. Negative thought patterns are like grooves in a record that keep repeating the same song over and over. These repetitive thoughts can get stuck, preventing you from seeing things clearly or moving forward. To fix it, you need to consciously create new grooves by challenging those negative thoughts and replacing them with positive, constructive ones. Over time, these new grooves will help your mind play a more uplifting and balanced tune. So, challenge your negative thoughts by replacing them with more positive and rational alternatives. When you think, I can't do this, try reframing it to, this might be difficult, but I can find a way to tackle it, right? And practicing daily affirmations or keeping a gratitude journal helps shift focus from what's going wrong to what's going right, retraining your mind for positivity. Gratitude journal is an excellent way to start looking at all the blessings we have and stop focusing on all the issues we have. Lack of focus. Difficulty concentrating and getting distracted easily can prevent you from being productive or achieving your goals. Thanks to our phones these days, this is a very common issue. So, lack of focus is like trying to watch a movie with the screen constantly flickering or switching channels. It's hard to follow the story or enjoy the experience, right? To fix it, you need to turn off the distractions and clear the static, creating a steady stream. Setting clear goals, breaking tasks into smaller steps, and minimizing interruptions can help you stay tuned and focused on the task at hand. So, break your work into 25-minute focused intervals followed by a 5-minute break. I tried this and it really works. This helps train your brain to stay engaged while avoiding burnout. Create a dedicated work zone free from distractions like your phone, TV, or other temptations. Mental fatigue and burnout. Overworking the brain without proper rest can lead to burnout, making you feel drained, uninspired, and mentally fatigued. Mental fatigue and burnout are like running a car engine without rest. Eventually, the engine overheats and stalls. You can't keep going at full speed without giving yourself time to recharge. To fix it, you need to turn off the engine and give yourself regular breaks, rest, and recovery. Just as a car needs maintenance to run smoothly, your mind needs proper self care, relaxation, and boundaries to stay energized and avoid burnout. So, how can we do that? Schedule short breaks throughout the day to refresh your mind. Go for a walk, meditate if you like, or just stretch to give your brain the rest it needs to recharge. Breaks do not mean phone scrolling. This can lead to opposite effect and is definitely not a break. Also, practice mindfulness or meditation to calm your mind. Even just 5 to 10 minutes of deep breathing exercises can lower stress and increase your focus. Unhealthy self talk. Now, negative self talk, like criticizing yourself or focusing on perceived failures, can lead to low self esteem and self sabotage. Unhealthy self talk is like having a harsh critic constantly shouting negative comments in your ear, drowning out any positive thoughts. It makes it hard to believe in yourself or see your true potential. To fix it, you need to replace that critic with a supportive coach, someone who encourages, uplifts, and helps you see your strength. By practicing self compassion and challenging negative thoughts, you can turn down the critic and amplify your inner voice of positivity. So treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding as you would a close dear friend. Instead of berating yourself, try saying, "It's okay, I'm doing the best I can." Reframe your negative thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, pause and ask, "Is this thought helpful or realistic?" Replacing harsh self judgment with more balanced thoughts can transform your mental environment. Social media overload. Now, we spoke a little about this yesterday during digital environment, but this is very important for the mental environment as well. Constantly checking social media or comparing yourself to others online can create stress, anxiety, and unrealistic expectations. Social media overload is like being in a crowded room with everyone talking at once. It's overwhelming and hard to focus on anything. To fix it, you need to step out of the room, take a break, and set boundaries. By limiting your screen time, unfollowing sources of stress, and scheduling intentional moments for offline activities, you can regain control and create a space for more meaningful interactions. So, limit your social media use by setting time limits or specific times of the day when you want to check it. Also, consider using apps that track your screen time to keep you more accountable. Also, curate your feed. Follow accounts that inspire or uplift you and unfollow those that create stress or anxiety. Surrounding yourself with positive, motivating content can improve your mental environment. Fear of failure. The fear of making mistakes and not succeeding can paralyze your progress, prevent you from taking risks, and lead to procrastination. Fear of failure is like being afraid to start a puzzle because you're worried you won't finish it perfectly. To fix it, you need to focus on the process rather than the outcome. Start by putting a few pieces together without worrying about the final picture. With each small step, you'll build confidence, realizing that mistakes along the way are just part of completing the puzzle. Shift your perspective by viewing challenges as opportunities for growth. Instead of fearing failure, see it as a stepping stone to learning and improvement. Take small risks. Start by taking small, manageable risks that push you out of your comfort zone. Each success will build your confidence and reduce the fear of bigger challenges. Decision fatigue. Constantly making decisions throughout the day can drain your mental energy, leaving you feeling indecisive or mentally exhausted. This is like trying to carry a backpack that gets heavier with every choice you make, eventually making it hard to move or think clearly. To fix it, you need to lighten the load by simplifying your decisions. This way, you conserve your mental energy for the important choices, making it easier to stay focused and avoid feeling overwhelmed. So, simplify your choices, reduce the decision making by creating routines or systems. For example, plan your meals or outfits for the week to limit daily decisions. And you prioritize important decisions. Reserve that mental energy for decisions that really matter the most and delegate or automate the rest. Victim mindset. What is that? This is when someone is constantly feeling powerless or believes that life is just happening to them rather than for them. People with this mindset usually focus on external factors, blame others, and see challenges as unconquerable, leading to feelings of helplessness and frustration. A victim mindset is like being stuck in a car with a flat tire, believing that you're powerless to move forward. To fix it, you need to stop blaming the tire and start taking action, like getting out, fixing the tire, and driving again. By shifting your perspective to one of responsibility and empowerment, you can take control of your journey and move forward no matter the obstacles. Fixing it involves shifting to a growth mindset where you take responsibility for your reactions and actions. It means viewing challenges as opportunities for growth, focusing on what you can control and taking proactive steps towards that change. By changing your perspective and embracing accountability, you can break free from the victim mentality and empower yourself to overcome obstacles. Perfectionism. Striving for perfection can create anxiety and paralysis, making it hard to take action or feel satisfied with your work. It's like trying to paint a masterpiece but never being satisfied with the brush strokes, constantly repainting the same areas over and over. To fix it, you need to recognize that painting doesn't have to be flawless to be valuable. Instead of obsessing over every detail, focus on progress and celebrate small achievements, knowing that done is often better than perfect. So, for this, challenge the need for perfection by setting realistic goals and expectations. Aim for good enough rather than perfect, and recognize that progress is more important than perfection. Accept that mistakes are part of growth. Allow yourself the freedom to make errors and learn from them rather than being overly critical. Now, all this may sound easy, but I know that when we start working on each of them, it's not always that simple. However, it's not impossible either, right? Can anyone achieve something without practice? Of course not. Practice is what helps us master new skills. Especially if you have played a new instrument, you know that how difficult it is when you start, but eventually, with practice, how beautifully the tunes come out. If we are constantly distracted, checking our phones every few minutes, we are essentially practicing distraction. So, if we want to break free from it, what should we be practicing? Focus, right? And how? Every time you feel the urge to check your phone, challenge yourself not to. Keep practicing, and over time, you'll improve and get closer to your goals. Now, phone distraction is something I hear about from nearly everyone, regardless of their age. One insightful answer I came across for someone struggling with distractions was this: if you truly have a clear purpose and goal, you won't be easily swayed by distractions. So make your purpose and goals so strong and meaningful that distractions will only attempt to pull you away, but you'll stay focused and determined. Today's takeaway is to identify the mental environmental factors in your life that need improvement. Write them down and focus on addressing them one by one. Here's a challenge for the next 24 hours. Practice speaking more kindly to yourself. Pay attention to your self-talk. Notice how much better you feel when you offer yourself support and encouragement instead of criticism. I hope this video was helpful. That's all for today. We will explore more about our mind tomorrow. Until then, stay focused, stay unstoppable, and thank you.